আমি খুবই এক্সাইটেড এভাবে যে সুইডেনের স্টকহোমে এসে নোবেল প্রাইজ দেওয়া হয়, এই লোকেশনটা দেখতে পারবো ফিজিক্যালি এসে। বাল্টিক সি তার একটি ব্রাঞ্চ। সিটি হল স্টকহোম। আমরা এখন ওয়েট করছি সিটি হলে এন্ট্রি নেওয়ার জন্যে। আমরা সিটি হলের এন্ট্রান্স গেটের সামনে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। সবাই লাইনে দাঁড়াচ্ছে। আমরা এখন সিটি হলের ভিতরে এন্ট্রি নিচ্ছি। তো আমার হাতে অলরেডি টিকিট আছে, 130 সুইডিশ ক্রোনার। আমরা সিটি হলে প্রবেশ করলাম। সামনে আমাদের গাইড আছে।
Stockholm. My name is Carl, and for the coming 45 minutes I will guide you around this building. Now you are actually standing in one of the most famous buildings here in the Swedish capital, and you might have even been seeing it from beforehand when you enter the city by train, for example. That would be quite logical because the city hall is located here upon what is called Kungsholmen Island, which is one of the 14 major islands that make up the city center. Now, from seeing the city hall from outside, it might be a bit difficult to distinguish. Now, to this very day, we also use the city hall for its original purpose, and that is to house the local city council. So, to this very day, this is from where the entire city. A nickname for this building is that it is supposed to be Medborgarnas palats, or in English, the palace of the citizens. And that means that in this building we have approximately 250 events each and every year. Now these events, they can be banquets or concerts.
Nobel Prize.
Oh, it is.
আমরা এখন গোল্ডেন হলে এন্ট্রি করছি। আমরা এখন সুইডেনের স্টকহোম সিটি সেন্টারের গোল্ডেন হলে আছি।
Or if it is fake. You might be surprised to find that this is actually real gold. It is 24 karat in the form of 11 kilos that has been spread out over about 18 million tiny glass mosaics. Now the artisans use the technique where a layer of glass is produced and then there is a thin amount of gold strewn over it. Then an additional layer of glass is laid on top of it and then you let it melt until you have enough pieces. All of these mosaics were made in the San Orsoni factory in Venice in Italy. And once they were all made, they were shipped to a mosaic workshop in Berlin, in Germany, where they were built into these finished blocks.
24 karat
These,
golden.
sort of larger blocks were then sent here to Stockholm by boat and finally placed upon the walls by Swedish workers. Now, in regards to these designs, they were made by a Swedish artist by the name of Einar Forseth. And when he got the job, the task, to decorate his entire room, he had also visited Italy, and he was inspired by these Greek mosaics that can be found in churches in Ravenna, Venice, and Palermo. It's like the Hansa period, the liberation war against Denmark, and many kings and queens, until you end up at the end in the 1920s. Nightingale from Sweden in the 1850s. Now, as you walk along the wall, you can recognize other famous suites. Alright, so there are very many things to see here in the Golden Hall, but you might also ask yourself what this room is supposed to be used for. Well, a room that is decorated like this is meant to be used for festivities. And in fact, up until the 1960s, this was the place where we had the Nobel banquets. Now, in many ways, that was actually a more appropriate choice because above us are the kitchens where they make the food for the banquets. Now, through the doors over there are elevators that go up and down. So even 100 years ago, you could ship food down by elevator and then serve it directly to the guests here in the Golden Hall. Now, you might then ask yourself, how come we don't have the banquet here any longer? Well, that is because this room is too small. You can only fit about 600 people here, but in the Blue Hall, you can fit twice as many people. Now, this room, however, is still important during the banquet, because once the dinner is completed in the Blue Hall, the guests walk up the stairs and then they dance here in the Golden Hall.